Hello everybody and welcome to the Daily Splat. What's this? A video? And it's actually daily for once? Yes, that's correct. Welcome to part 16 on our series of 20 reviewing the English Premier League season. Today we're looking at Swansea City. So, Swansea finished 11th. Remarkably, in their first season in the top flight for some time, since 1983, they finished in 11th position on 47 points, level with fellow promoted side Norwich, and a good 10 clear of their other promoted chums, Queen's Park Rangers, and 11 clear of the drop zone, most importantly. Right off the top, Swansea are getting an A+ for the season that they had. They were absolutely brilliant, and it's not just for the fact that they stayed up by quite a clear margin and finished above established Premier League teams like Aston Villa and Stoke City and Sunderland. It's the fact that they did it with such brilliant football. I mean, they did get tonked on the opening day of the season by Manchester City 4-0, but there was rarely a game where they played badly, and to be honest, they didn't even play badly in that game. Everyone was impressed when they first started with new signing Michel Vorm's form, keeping out every other goalkeeper that Swansea had. He was putting in some fantastic saves. The only mistake he sort of made was a few games in, he gave the ball away against Arsenal to concede the game's only goal at the Emirates, but that was about it. We saw them produce some magnificent performances. We saw them beat Arsenal at their own ground. They put in a good performance there. We saw them generally just play fantastically in a lot of games. They were just such a joy to watch. They played really well. Brendan Rodgers, who of course is no longer there, he's managing Liverpool now, he had this fantastic style set out that he'd obviously learned from his time at Chelsea, and he had them playing this lovely passing game, and he'd managed to adapt players like Leon Britton and Joe Allen and Scott Sinclair to make it work, and it did. I mean, Scott Sinclair was a fantastic front man. Danny Graham was up there getting the goals for them. You had Dyer, I think it was Nathan Dyer was his name, who was causing problems down the wing or through the middle whenever they chose to play him there. But the heartbeat of that team was Leon Britton, who proved to be an absolutely fantastic find, and could be attracting some offers. I don't think he'll go anywhere. I think he'll stick with the Swans for this upcoming season. But they were absolutely brilliant to watch, and even in games that they lost, they gave their opponents a really hard time, and I think everyone was very surprised to see how well Swansea did. Myself included. I'm pretty sure I had them tipped to be going straight back down, so I'm not wearing my hat because I've eaten it. They were just absolutely fantastic. Of course, the future for Swansea is Brendan Rodgers, now that he's gone to Liverpool. It's also Gylfi Sigurdsson-less, unfortunately. He was brought in alone at the start of 2012, played really well in the centre of midfield, and whilst Rodgers was still in charge, there was a proposed move from Hoffenheim, all lined up for it to be permanent. Then Rodgers goes to Liverpool, and suddenly Gylfi says, not interested in Swansea anymore, and then obviously he tries to go to Liverpool, but his wage demands are bigger because it's Liverpool who have more money, and now he's at Tottenham. So, it's funny how it all turns out. Had Rodgers not decided to go for the Liverpool job, it could be Rodgers and Sigurdsson leading the way for the Swans. As it is, they've got Michael Laudrup in now, who just quietly, I think, could do quite a good job. I'm not sure if he'll do as well as Brendan Rodgers did, but I think he's got enough to keep them up at the moment. And of course, they've confirmed the signing of Michu from the Liga side. I think it was Rayo Vallecano who they signed him from. Really, really good player, at least in Spain he was last year. So I think already, Swansea are able to attract the sort of players that should keep them in good stead. Anyway, that's it for our look at the Swans. Basically, they were fantastic, A+, one of the best sides to watch in the Premier League last season, and hopefully they'll carry on being just as fantastic. Okay, tomorrow, Tottenham. Ooh, lots to talk about there, so make sure you tune in when the next video is up as we review Spurs' season. Until then, bye-bye.